So I feel like the majority of us who don't have sticks up our asses can agree that this game is good. I mean, sure, it has its faults, but once you look at the overall product, I think everyone can agree that the good outweighs the bad. But every person with a YouTube channel has already said that. What I'm here to discuss is how long will this game last? Will it have a thriving community for many years, or will it be a repeat of Halo 4 back in 2012? And I feel like this is an especially relevant subject, as Black Ops 3 is coming out in just a few days, or, it might already be out by the time this video is on YouTube, but if you don't remember, last time, Black Ops 2 was essentially what caused Halo 4 to lose the majority of its player population. And while we have things like Warzone for casuals and Arena for competitive players, is it enough? So let's start off with what's going on right now, and then later we'll move on to what 343 Industries has planned for the future. So let's start off with Warzone. So right now in Warzone, 343 Industries has 2 different game types and 3 different maps. The 2 game types are Warzone and Warzone Assault. Now, just for clarification, Warzone Assault is essentially an attack and defense version of Warzone. The 3 different maps are March on Stormbreak, Raid on Apex 7, and Escape from Ark. And then they have different variants of those maps for Warzone Assault. Now, I don't currently know anything about any future plans for new Warzone maps or game mode variants. But so, in the interest of time, we'll just skip right to how long will these modes that we have right now last us. Now, for Warzone, I don't see these modes lasting more than a year, or these maps, mainly because the maps will probably get stale. But as I said before, 343 is not going to let 343 is not going to let Warzone go stale, as it is the main new attraction. But Big Team Battle is coming later this year, so we will see how Big Team Battle affects Warzone and its player population. But as I said before, Warzone is the new attraction, and 343 Industries isn't going to let it go without some more maps to keep it fresh. So I wouldn't worry too much about Warzone. Now that's all I know about Warzone for right now, so let's move on to Arena. Arena will have 7 game types at launch, and 4 playlists. The different Arena playlists will be Team Arena, Slayer, Breakout, Free-for-all, and SWAT. All the different game types will be Breakout, Slayer, Capture the Flag, Strongholds, Free-for-all, SWAT, and SWAT Magnums. All the maps at launch will be Coliseum, Plaza, The Rig, Regret, Fathom, Gamble, Trident, Trench, Crossfire, Altitude, Eden, Orion, and Pegasus. And I think that is actually a good amount of maps for a launch. And as I said before, 343 Industries will be adding in tons more maps in the months following release. But right now, I don't think that these maps are going to get stale anytime soon. Neither are the game types. And also, I forgot to add, there's also a playlist called Weekend Social, and it's where game types from the community actually are on that playlist for the weekend, and if the people who play them like them enough, they might have a chance of becoming their own official playlists. So now we look to the future of Halo 5, and let me tell you, the future of Halo 5 looks very bright. We have Forge, which looks awesome. It's going to be the biggest Forge yet. Over 1,600 items you're allowed to place, which is like bigger than anything before. Brand new system that's like much improved over the past budget system. Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. We have Big Team Battle coming, which, like I said, I will see how it affects Warzone, but, Big Team Battle is always good to have because it's a really fun mode. But as with anything, I have concerns. One of them is that we need more social playlists. Currently, Arena is way too competitive, and people who just want to sit down and play Halo and have a good time are kind of just left with Warzone, which is going to get stale if it's the only mode that they can play for casual players. And on top of that, the ranking system needs to be improved. It's horrible. It's not based off of personal It's not based off of your personal performance, it's based off your team's performance, which I think is a huge step in the wrong direction in terms of ranking. Mainly because you can be the worst player ever and get into and get into platinum, but you can be the best player ever and get into the one of the lower tiers just because your team is horrible. But aside from that, I am really happy with the way Halo 5 turned out. I think the gunplay feels amazing. It's 60 frames per second. I mean, you can't see that in this video, mainly because iMovie doesn't export in that. But it runs at 60 frames per second. It feels amazing to play, and I've just had an absolute blast playing it. It's changed so much for the better since the beta. There were so many problems with the beta, and they've fixed the majority of them. They just need to fix a few more things, just so it can be like that 10 out of 10 game that we all want. But to answer the question, how long will Halo 5 last? I would say at least until the next game comes out, which is going to be about 3 years. This game has tons of variety at launch, and 343 Industries has already said that they plan to add tons more. And if they just fix all the problems with the ranking system, and there's problems with aiming diagonally, this will be an amazing game, and it will last for years to come. And on top of that, this game is selling like crazy right now. So we really shouldn't worry about like what will happen in this game after Black Ops 3. But honestly, this game is awesome. I think the majority of the Halo community agrees with me on that. And let's just have fun playing this. And I don't really think that we should be worried about it dying off anytime soon. I think it'll last at least 2 years. And, the next Halo game's coming out in 3 years, so that really shouldn't be a problem. Anyways, my name is Spying3000. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Do whatever you want. Have an awesome day. And I'll have way more Halo 5 content coming your way in the coming days and weeks and months.